Yeah, so today I would be talking about some of the features of Ionic, which is mainly responsible for building mobile applications. So I would be not talking about the tutorials, how to build the code and how to install the Ionic framework, but instead I would be talking about once you have installed Ionic through Node, then what are the steps that are required in order to build the mobile final output file, that is for Android it is APK file. So how we can go ahead and how we can make an APK file from the web application code. So I have opened some of the sites that may be helpful to you. So since I'm talking about Ionic, so I am on the main site for Ionic. I have installed Node on my PC and it is globally installed. So you can verify this whether your PC have been installed with Node or not by typing Node minus V. V stands for version. So if you see this, then you have installed Node globally. So where the next step after you have installed the node, then what you have to do basically is you have to use this command sudo npm install minus g Cordova. Cordova is a plugin which is responsible if you are making an mobile application, so it is giving you the inbuilt features of mobile such as reading the memory card or accessing the gallery for you. So these kind of inbuilt mobile feature Cordova provides. The Cordova plugins are mainly written in JavaScript. So you if you know the JavaScript, then you can look into their plugins and you can tweak around with it. So since I know that my PC is having Node.js installed, so I can just type sudo is basically for Linux and Mac user. If you are on Windows, you have to just type npm install minus g Cordova, because while running your terminal, you always run it as an administrator. So to tell the Mac that it should run under administrator privileges, we should be using sudo command. So I would be typing sudo npm install minus g Cordova. Minus g stands for it will be installed globally on your PC. So once I hit enter, so it will fetch the Cordova plugins and what are necessary frameworks are required in order to run the Cordova plugins into your Ionic application. Once you go ahead and install this, the next step is you have to install Ionic. So Ionic is what? Ionic is actually sitting on top of many frameworks which are utilizing this feature such as AngularJS, this Cordova, the phone gap also. So it is a collaboration, or it is a collection of another frameworks that are out there in the market. So go ahead and you can do sudo npm install minus g Ionic. Once these two you have installed it successfully, then you can proceed with this tutorial, and then I will show you step by step how you can build an awesome mobile application. So once you have installed everything, then in Ionic, since you have installed Ionic, so there are many templates that are available in Ionic, such as tabs template, side menu templates, and blank template. So today we would be looking into tabs template. So how we can install the tab template. So this command Ionic start the name of your application or the name of your main folder and what template you require. So since I have installed Ionic Cordova, So I will do now npm start. Make sure that you are there in appropriate directory. So I would be creating one folder in my desktop, so I have to navigate into desktop, and there I will say Ionic start Tanuj test application and space what is the template that you require. So here I require tabs template, so I will type tabs. Once I press enter, it will go, actually it is going into git repository and taking the clone of the project. So just depending upon your internet speed, it would fetch the template for you. Just give it 2-3 minutes, I guess, if my internet is not too slow. Here it is loading Cordova plugins, such as when you give focus to the text box, then an keypad comes, and there you can type the text that you want to write in your text box. So as you can see in the desktop, maybe it is making the folder right now. It has not initialized it, so it is initializing. And after it is done, since I am using Mac, so it is automatically adding the iOS application. So if you want, you can create your Ionic account. These accounts are actually responsible if you want to deploy your application in your Google Play Store, or if you want to have global messaging system installed on your app. So these Ionic account is responsible for that. So right now I have Ionic account, but I don't want to create it, so you can just say no. After you have done this, now in the desktop you would be able to see Tanush test application, right? So I will open this in my Sublime Text. I will go into desktop, and where is my awesome application? So I will open it here. As you can see, Ionic has built so many files. Don't mess around with these files. The only, if you want to only develop the application inside www folder, whatever things are there, you can mess around with this. But I don't have time right now to explain you each and every file what is basically does for. If you have time, you can go around and look with it. So as you can see, right, these are only HTML and JavaScript written, right? There is no Java code that is written while developing an Android application, right? Because for developing Android application you require Java. So it is all like JavaScript, HTML, and Angular JS. So these all technologies combine and it comes with Ionic. Now as you can see that since it in my terminal I could see that it was adding iOS platform, right? So it has already built an iOS application. So you can look into that, and you can it already has produced the final output file, and you can give to the Apple Play Store, and there you go, you have your app running. So in order to run this application right now in your PC, you have to type, go into your terminal. I believe you have to type Ionic serve. So this will actually, oh, okay. This is because I have to navigate into my application folder, Tanush test application, and then I have to type Ionic serve. So now whatever things are there, so you can see that now it has opened into an web browser. Whatever default web browser would be defined in your PC, it will open into that. So now you can see that when I resize this window, right, so it is automatically adjusting everything, and you can see here, right, it is giving a much nicer look what you have in your mobile. So you have tabs here because we install tabs, so you can check out here, you can check out account, you can go into personal, this thing you can back around. So this application is actually looking like a mobile applications, right? So now since I am using Mac, it already compiled into an iOS application. So whatever compiled project that you are doing, so it will come under platforms folder. So now I will tell you how to compile in Android. So for compiling into Android, you should install the Android APK into your PC, then only it will allow you to compile Android application and build the final output file, that is APK file. So I have installed Android on my Mac. So you have to already, the application is set up and the server is running. So I will open an another instance of my terminal, and I will navigate to my folder. It's already navigated to my folder. So just I have to say Ionic platform Android, if I'm not mistaken. So it is going, oh, it is working. So yeah, so if you type Ionic platform Android, so as you can see earlier in platforms folder, it was just only the iOS part, and there you go, now you have Android. Awesome, right? So as you can see that all JavaScript files and everything is automatically compiled into the Android file. There you have manifest file, right? How awesome is it, right? So you are having a knowledge of web programming, and now you are able to build the mobile application. Okay, let's I have built this Android application, right? So now I have to get my APK file. How to get my APK file? So I will again open my terminal, and I will say Ionic build Android. Once I click, I don't think so it will open because my Android is installed in some uh, another directory, which is not installed on my default directory. So I have some statements written here to tell them like where is my Android SDK available. With these two commands, my PC knows where is my Android SDK file and where is my bin file, so that it could take Android exe file and build the Android APK for it. So now I will type Ionic build Android. Now see it start building, right? So it has gone into Java, right? So it is now converting every file into an Java file so that Android can understand. Just give it a minute. Lots of files to compile, right? It's very nice nowadays how the framework are coming and how much flexible is it to build one application into another. So as it has compiled successfully, it has shown build successful, so that means that it has compiled successfully and build you an APK file. So if I go into my folder, that is this, into the platforms, into Android, and here you see you have build. Open this build file, and in the outputs in the APK folder. There you go, you have this Android APK file. Now just install this APK file in your desktop, in your mobile application, and it would work very nicely. No error would be coming. Whatever things that you will see here will be also seen in the mobile application. So there you go, how you can compile your JavaScript and HTML code into the Android APK file. Similarly, steps are there for iOS only. So since I'm using Mac, so it automatically defaults into an iOS platform. So you can run iOS application also. So this was it, that I wanted to share this information with you. Such an awesome app. So thank you everyone for giving details and for giving time to understand how Ionic is very helpful in building mobile application. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Bye everyone.